This is a special presentation from News Channel Nebraska. NCN Sports is presented by Teammates. Join the team. Be a mentor. Go to teammates.org today. Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com.
If you like rivalry games, you are in the right place. Week 8 showdown between one of the biggest and baddest rivalries in all of Class A, and particularly the Metro. Omaha Westside is hosting Creighton Prep here on News Channel Nebraska. This matchup brought to you by Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need them. Brandon Axelman, Andy Klassen, we are ready to go. The atmosphere is set. And Andy, when you have 3 miles separating two schools that have played each other over 70 years in a row, and there's 14 state championships between them. Oh, and if they're both number 2 and 3 in the state, you have all the makings for a very good game. You have the makings for the matchup that we have tonight.
You think this could be the game of the week? Yeah, I think so. Number 2 versus number 3, and then all the tradition that you just talked about. I tell you what, Westside has been the road warriors, going 4-0 all season long, but they're happy to have Creighton Prep, the Junior Jays, at home here tonight.
Interesting how Class A has shaped out. Everyone knows Millard South is at the top of the tier in the state of Nebraska, but it was sort of a Westside, Millard South. They are the two above everyone else. But a little bit of a shakeup 3 weeks ago when Westside lost on this field to Omaha Central, a good team, but they were still considered below Westside and South. And then you complicate matters a little bit more by looking at the common opponent. Prep got Omaha Central by about 2 touchdowns last week as well. So when you look at all of that, the Junior Jays, they're the ones coming in undefeated at number 2, Westside 3.
Well, a lot of times you hear Coach speak, that was a good loss. If that was a good loss, and that's exactly what head coach Paul Lamanji said. But I think he meant it. It speaks to why you have to get out to a good start. Central, to their credit, jumped on Westside, got ahead 21-0 before Westside even knew what happened. The rest of the game, though, Westside kind of dominated, made it a game, only lost by 2 or 3 points at the end there. On the other side, Creighton Prep, when they played the Eagles, they did what they do best, bully ball. They got this jumbo package that they call Rhino, and they had over an 8-minute drive on the very first drive of the game, totally took the air out of the ball and sent the message to the Eagles of Omaha Central, we're going to make you play our game, and that's exactly what they did, winning by a couple of scores, grinding out a tough victory.
We're going to have a good one tonight. That we can promise you. 2 versus 3, Prep versus Westside, Week 8 showdown here on NCN. We're about 12 minutes to kick. We'll take a break, come back, and talk key players here on our pregame show on News Channel Nebraska.
There with me in the moment.
It is one of the best things I do every week.
Anyone can be a mentor. It comes back to you tenfold.
She got to meet me, I'm pretty cool.
I'm glad I have a mentor.
People actually care about me.
What you're going to receive is way more than you're going to give.
Once you get involved in Teammates, you're kind of hooked.
It's the absolute best.
It gives me goosebumps right now talking about it.
That says it all. Be a mentor.
Join the team.
Be a mentor.
Pre-game show is brought to you by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports. Check them out at CustomSportsCo.com. From the heart of Nebraska to across the state, RMV Construction is building more than just structures. We're building trust. RMV Construction has grown from humble beginnings to become a trusted name across central Nebraska and beyond. With unmatched craftsmanship, cutting-edge innovation, and an unwavering commitment to customer satisfaction, we deliver projects on time, on budget, and above expectations. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction in Kearney and Lincoln. Let's build your vision together.
For over 40 years, Claybaugh Pharmacy has been your trusted, family-owned, full-service pharmacy. We provide traditional medical options, medical equipment, immunizations, and over-the-counter products. We take pride in going above and beyond to improve the health of our community. And to ensure you have a seamless experience, manage your profile and refills with a touch of the finger from home. Claybaugh Pharmacy in downtown Beatrice, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
Welcome back to Omaha Westside. We promised we'd talk key players, Andy. That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going with junior running backs on both sides of the ball. If you haven't heard these names, you may not quite be the Nebraska high school football fan. You should be at this point. But Tay Tay Jenkins, he is leading the state in rushing, nearly 1,300 yards, Andy, and he has 20 total touchdowns. That's not bad when you're averaging 178 yards per game.
I was going to say averaging 178 yards on the ground, but he's also a weapon in the passing game, and you mentioned it. He knows where the end zone is. He can sniff out that goal line. Over 20 touchdowns already on the season, and he's a bruiser. He's that lethal package of toughness, power with that speed.
Well, there's also a tough runner for the Junior Jays as well, and Angelo Walker, also a junior, 836 yards. That is nothing to shake a stick at, rather. And the impressive thing for him, he does it on defense as well. He has 4 tackles for a loss, and also, not to be too badly done offensively, 16 touchdowns.
I was going to say 16 touchdowns, 31 tackles, and you took me right where I wanted to go. This defense is what's going to jump out at you for Creighton Prep, and a big part of it is the two-way player, Walker. Very athletic outside linebacker, can go from sideline to sideline. And oh yeah, he averages over 120 yards as the tailback. He's a complete player. Big part of why the Junior Jays are having the season they're having.
Westside Prep, we're getting closer to kick. We're going to hear from both head coaches, Coach Young for Prep, Coach Lamanji for Westside, as this rivalry showdown gets closer. Stay with us.
20 kids, 1 SUV, and 1 mission. Snacks. Speedy Mart is where the snack squad rolls deep. Whether it's before the first pitch or after the final out, we've got drinks, treats, and all the fuel to keep your team going strong. Speedy Mart convenience stores. Quick, convenient, and always ready when the team rolls in. Speedy Mart. Snack strong, play strong.
Pre-game show is brought to you by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports. Check them out at CustomSportsCode.com.
Other companies have the revolving door. Every time we come into Schaefer's, it's always the same people. The big thing to me is they know you by name. They know who you are, which makes a person like myself feel just warm and welcome here. And that's what's great about Schaefer's.
Schaefer's has the essential Whirlpool appliances you need, from refrigerators and air fry ranges to laundry pairs to keep your clothes clean and sanitized at everyday low prices. At Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances.
Welcome back to our pregame show. Joining us, Westside head coach Paul Lamanji. Coach, just 1 loss on the season to Central a couple weeks ago. Since that defeat, what have you learned in the previous 2 games leading up to tonight?
You know, I think we're just getting better each week, and that's the plan. We want to, pay attention to detail, get better with execution, get our guys more experience, and I think we're doing that. So we want to take each game 1 game at a time, and you want to be playing your best football in the middle of October into November, and hopefully we do that.
It's prep week, no secret. It's a big rivalry game. What has practice been like leading up to tonight?
Yeah, we've had great preparation this week. We implemented the game plan early in the week. Guys bought into it. We practiced very hard. We were diligent in meetings. Weight room sessions were good. I think we're pretty focused tonight, so it should be one heck of a game.
Lastly, take us into the locker room right before you come out on the field. What's the last thing you're telling your players in preparation for tonight?
Just empty the barrels, man. Leave it all out there. Have no regrets. Play as hard as you can. Have fun, and enjoy the moment.
Coach, appreciate the time. Good luck out there tonight.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
That's head coach Paul Lamanji. We're getting closer to kick. Westside and Prep clashing on News Channel Nebraska. Stay with us. More pregame when we return.
When you're ready to work, they're ready to work. Because those lawnmowers and gardening tools have new batteries from Action Battery. Get working on those warm weather projects with Action Battery.
Action Batteries. It all starts with us.
It's time to get your motor running with Action Batteries. Motorcycles, boats, golf carts, sports cars. Get ready and hit the road running. At Action Batteries, it all starts with us.
Welcome back on our pregame show. Joining us now, Creighton Prep head coach Yonk as we prepare for this rivalry clash. Coach, week 8, you're in your rivalry's territory in terms of playing on Westside's field. Undefeated on this season. What more could you possibly want on a Friday night? Also beautiful weather, by the way.
Awesome.
How you feeling?
Oh, no, it's great. We've had a great week of preparation. Our kids are always excited about playing Westside, and what a great night to be able to showcase our team.
Can you take us into practice this week, one moment that perhaps illustrated the fact that it's Westside week?
Yeah, I mean, you could tell right away on Monday morning. We lift on Monday mornings before school, and the intensity and the focus was there already at 6:30 in the morning on Monday morning. So you don't have to you talk about the rivalry, you talk about Westside and the history that they've had here in the last 10 years or so, and success, and it just ramps up the whole week.
I asked Coach Lamongi the same final question. Take us to the locker room. You're about to run on the field. Final message to your players as they get ready for tonight.
No, we just have to play really physical. We have to stay within ourselves and play our game. We can't get caught up in any of the other rivalry stuff that happens in games like this. We got to focus on our job, play extremely physical, and play really hard for 4 quarters.
Coach, best of luck tonight. We're looking forward to it.
Great. Thank you very much for covering it.
We're happy to be here. Glad you're with us. That's Coach Yonk. We're closer to kick. Westside versus Prep, 2 versus 3, Class A, Week 8 rivalry on News Channel Nebraska.
From the heart of Nebraska to across the state, RMV Construction is building more than just structures. We're building trust. RMV Construction has grown from humble beginnings to become a trusted name across central Nebraska and beyond. With unmatched craftsmanship, cutting-edge innovation, and an unwavering commitment to customer satisfaction, we deliver projects on time, on budget, and above expectations. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction in Kearney and Lincoln. Let's build your vision together.
Welcome back. We are about 5 minutes to kick here in West Omaha. Let's take a look at our school spotlight for this rivalry showdown between number 2 Creighton Prep and number 3 Omaha Westside. Mention the fact that there are 14 state titles between these two programs. 5 of them, Andy, belong to Omaha Westside. They are the Warriors, and again, you look at this run they've done most recently. The last 6 years, they have been in the Class A state final. 3 championships, 3 runners-up during that span. They're in the greatest time frame of this program's existence currently right now.
Yeah, that's saying quite a bit, too, for Omaha Westside. But, yeah, 6 title game trips in a row. They're looking to make it 7, but standing in their way are the likes of their rival, Creighton Prep.
As the Junior Jays are running out onto the field as we speak. Perfect time to talk about them. Coming into this match undefeated, just 3 miles down the road. They moved into the area, the territory of Westside, which is why this rivalry is such a big deal. And they've been around longer, Westside coming in the 50s, but, it makes for a great rivalry. And they, Andy, have 9 state championships. That their last time they made the finals was in 2014 when they finished runners-up. Oh, they have 7 runners-up as well. So they are about as high of a pedigree program as there is in Nebraska.
And this whole season kind of felt like a revenge tour. Last year they kind of fell off, but just a little bit. But they had a lot of young guys, a lot of first-time starters, juniors and seniors. This year they have been on point across the board. They got into the weight room over the summer and into the season here, and they are the bullies. You'll see it on defense. They run a 4-man front, very physical. Then on offense, they're really looking to run the ball and establish that line of scrimmage and push it forward.
Looking at the Junior Jays, let's talk starting lineups for Creighton Prep. We already highlighted their great running back in Angelo Walker. You have Lammers, Jack Lammers, the QB. He's not a small player at 6'3", 190, has 512 passing yards. Again, the Junior Jays, they want to rush the ball, but he is someone who can throw it when needed. And you mentioned the fact they want to grind it out. You look no further than those 5 big boys of Hollinger, Anahani, Brock, Gintz, and Ravensborg, who've been paving the way all season long.
Yeah, they can run the ball left, they can run the ball right, and they can run the ball right at you. I tell you what.
And these starters, they are brought to you by Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for defensively for the Junior Jays. We talked about Walker as well and what he does. And then you have Michael Navarro, who has 59 total tackles, 6 for a loss, leading that defensive unit.
Navarro might be the best linebacker in this state, and that's really saying something. And he does so much for that physicality, what they like to bring to the table on the offensive side, being the fullback.
All right, Westside and the Warriors as we have the light show as they prepare to come out onto the field. There's a lot to be said about Tay Tay Jenkins and the fact he is the leading rusher in Class A, but then you have Braylon Warren, where he can pass for 1,000+ yards and has 16 touchdowns he's thrown for and just 3 picks. So, you have the leading rusher who has 20 total touchdowns, but you also have Warren who can do just about anything else when you don't need to lean on Jenkins.
Yeah, and Warren you'd consider an upperclassman now, still only a junior, but he does so many things pre-snap, getting his guys into the right alignment, the checks that he can make. It really is next-level stuff. It kind of reminds you of a college team, even a pro team, and that's how they operate it with this pro-style offense.
Defensively, keep your eyes on J.P. Ryan, 46 total tackles, 8 tackles for a loss. Also, Quentin Warren, he has 13 tackles for loss, leading in that department for the Warriors.
This Westside defense is so much fun to watch. They run this 3-4, but they're constantly moving. They're very athletic. They like to attack. And when head coach Paul Lamanji says, we like to blitz here and there, that means they like to blitz a whole lot, Brandon. And there's going to be a lot of action on both sides. This cat-mouse game against 2 elite coaching staffs, head coach Paul Lamanji and Tim Young from Creighton Prep.
Well, wait's over. It's time for football. Westside Prep, the Warriors, 6-1 on the season. That lone loss coming to Omaha Central on September 26th. Just lost by 3 points. As for Prep, they are a perfect 7-0.
Yeah, and that key to beating Central was establishing the run early on and really just taking the air out of the football. Like any excitement or momentum that Central might have had heading into that game was just kind of drained away after that first offensive drive. A grinder of a drive from the Junior Jays.
So we're going to see the Prep offense first as Westside kicks it away.
Oh boy.
And not much doing for the Junior Jays. That was Sheldon Galladay on the return. He's hit near the 15.
Yeah, he did a pretty good job scooping that ball up off the turf, and I think that was by design. Westside trying to get a little tricky. Look at that off of his knee. Had to go up and scoop it up off that crumb rubber. Oh, and the ball hit the ground again. Westside got it.
I did not even see that, but the Warriors have taken over.
Tay Tay Jenkins. Not the first or last time we're going to mention him.
Can't keep the ball out of his hands, so what a way to begin this game. You kick it off and you get the ball. Westside starts things on the Junior Jays 18.
Just did not reestablish that possession after he scooped it off that initial scoop off of the turf. What a huge play for the Warriors.
And so no surprise, first play from scrimmage goes to Jenkins. He's averaging, we mentioned, 178 yards per game. Equates to about 10 yards per carry.
Yeah, just really insane numbers for Tay Tay. And also this offense as a whole, they're averaging 248 yards on the ground per game, about 153 yards through the air each and every night.
Jenkins bouncing it outside. He gets to the edge, and Jenkins makes it look easy. Rushing touchdown, number 19 on the season for the junior.
Well, if you're a Westside fan, you couldn't have asked for 3 better plays to start the game off with. And there's that power that we're talking about. Runs through a little bit of contact there, and then he has that speed, that vision to bounce it outside for the score. Just a disaster on special teams for the Junior Jays here.
Well, that didn't take long. We are off and running here at Westside, and the Warriors, less than a minute in, have a touchdown lead on their rivals, Creighton Prep. Stay with us. We just got underway here at Westside. 7-zip here on NCN.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
Welcome back. 7-0. And Andy, if you're a Prep, you have to just pretend none of that happened.
Right.
And you're getting the ball again, and you need to right the ship, obviously.
But you did spot the Warriors 7 points, and not very many teams can make a living off a spot in the Westside Warriors. A quick score like that. Booting that one through the end zone does lead you to believe that Squibbs kick, low kind of line drive, quick kick on the opening kickoff was by design, worked to perfection for the Westside Warriors.
So we will now see the Prep offense for the first time tonight. And again, no secret what they want to do.
Look at those big fellas up front.
Yeah, you have 260, 250, 285, 260, 255. For those paving the way for the Junior J rushing attack.
Lammers taking his time, looking to the sideline, getting the right play in.
And quick hitter to start things off. That is a completion to Brody Austin.
Really like that play call there and that check from the Junior Jays. Everybody's thinking they're going to go run heavy right out of the gate. Nope, we're going to go with the nice little down and out, safe pass play, quick pass play on the money. And you saw where Lammers put that ball low and outside where only his guy could get it. Number 2, Angelo Walker there, was in the middle of your screen. You're going to see a heavy dose of him tonight as well.
And there it is. Walker, to his credit, kept the legs churning, but not much.
And that's what head coach Paul Lamangi has been talking about all week, is he really likes his defense. Saw all those black jerseys rallying to the football. It might not be the biggest group that they've had over at Omaha Westside. This is a very athletic bunch, and boy, it really fits that attacking style 3-4 defense that they love to operate in.
So no gain on that carry for Walker, brings up 3rd down. Back to him. That's not going to be enough. Westside defense stops him about 2 yards short.
Boy, that kind of felt like kind of a statement type of a run. We're going to run it right at you, right off tackle. Try and pick up those 4 yards. Westside answered the bell that occasion.
So that wouldn't necessarily be what you'd call riding the ship for the Junior Jays, a 3 and out. As they prepare to punt it back to Westside, Walker to do it.
Boy, picking up 6 yards on first down through the air. It kind of looked like they had something cooking.
What is that? High punt. Fielded right at the 30. And a little return there for Eli Johnson as Westside takes over for the second time tonight.
Johnson did a great job just getting north and south there. That was a very high drifting punt. Kind of outkicked the coverage there a little bit. Johnson made the most of it. And here we go again. Warriors, excellent field position for their second drive.
7-0 your score on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. This game is presented by Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com. Warren with the play action, plenty of time. Up the seam and just overshoots Johnson, his intended target.
Talk about taking your shots, going deep on first down. Prep just went the 4-man rush, tried to get pressure there. Excellent job from Warren. just, you can feel the pocket, his pocket presence. He stepped up, just put a little too much on it, but I still like how he put a lot of air under that ball to try and let his guy, Eli Johnson, get underneath of it.
Second down to Jenkins, and he has nowhere to go. Hit in the backfield for a loss. That was Gavin Trapp with the tackle. There was penetration even before that.
Yeah, that's one of those plays that the
was
Jays
Walker.
are used to making. There we go. And he was fired up. That got a roar from the sideline. See the student section. They brought the bird cage on the road. Even brought their banner. So we know not to mistake who those guys are over there, all in white.
They have a tendency and a history of traveling well, making everyone know they're here, which is exactly what you want from a student section.
That's what really adds to this rivalry. There's not an empty seat in the stadium.
Yeah, that was a loss of 5. Brings up 2nd and 15.
Obvious passing situation. We got trips to the bottom of your screen.
Excuse me, 3rd and 15. Yeah, trips to the bottom, like you mentioned, 1 to the top. 4 wide for Westside. Warren. Oh, he had his target, and it was Johnson who just slipped when he tried to plant.
Yeah, Silas Bush was playing off a little bit. Number 32, the cornerback for the Junior Jays. There was a cushion there. Yeah, just kind of lost the footing there.
Another look courtesy of Beatrice Community Hospital. Incredible care, incredibly close. For Westside with a 3 and out.
Yeah, coming out of his break, Johnson just lost his footing. Short punt.
And it takes a prep bounce towards midfield, down to, looks like the 45.
Excellent communications that time. Special teams from the receiving Creighton Prep, getting everybody away from where that ball was going to land. Didn't give it a chance for it to hit a J and then become live and allow the Warriors to jump on it. All right, now Creighton Prep might have got a couple plays there. Defense came up big. A couple tackles for loss. There's the bird cage, taking the show on the road.
Excellent singers, we also found out during the pregame show.
Like the patriotism, yes.
Looks like we have a pre-snap penalty against Prep.
Boy, and that's something that both teams really pride themselves on, is their discipline, really limit the penalties each and every week. And both teams like to kind of shuffle things around, give you different looks, move a little bit of movement pre-snap. Jays just kind of hurt themselves there, though, the jump.
Well, this first quarter with 8:32 to go, it's brought to you by John Henry's, our family serving yours. John Henry's our first quarter sponsor here tonight as the Junior Jays go to the air again. This time, catch made by Jacob Ford.
Boy, Ford broke a tackle, is looking to break free. Didn't step out by much. Oh, try to keep his footing.
A 4-yard pickup.
So it officially goes down as a 4-yard gain. Amber's handing it off to Walker. He's corralled. Hit initially by Quentin Warren again, who's always making plays in the backfield.
Yeah, and Westside, on paper it's a 3-4, but they're really crowding that line of scrimmage right now. That left outside linebacker is coming down. He's almost acting as a 4th or a 5th down lineman, so that's making things really tough up front. Warriors winning that numbers game and pretty much winning that battle at the line of scrimmage early on here.
They're down in 5. Prep right at midfield. Looking for their first down.
Bunch formation.
Westside says they moved, and officials agree. We'll march Prep back 5.
And that's Mike Godsell, the white hat out there. Zach Griffin, Josh McNeil, Matt Dugan, and Brady Baker is our back judge tonight. Excellent crew. Big game. There we go. And I bet they're even a little surprised that they've had a couple pre-snap penalties like that early on.
Back to a 3rd and 10. Warren pressuring Lammers. It's that little jailbreak screen. Going to be close to a first down. That was a completion to Preston Woodward.
They're going to be pretty short here. But, okay, I was going to say, that offense tried to stay out on the field.
Thought about it.
There's a lot of football left in front of us here. I agree with head coach Tim Young. Go ahead and get that special teams unit out there, your punting unit out there. Try to pin the Warriors deep, win that field position battle, the game within the game.
Officially went down as a 6-yard pickup. But Prep forced to punt away again.
Oh, boy.
Down at the 30.
A little bit of a hurried up punt there. Heavy pressure from the Warrior special teams unit. Well, that's another thing we haven't even talked about yet. Both teams solid, just solid special team units. You've already seen it for Westside, operating that line drive at kickoff and diving on the, and who else? Tay Tay Jenkins diving on the loose ball on the turf.
And we have another pre-snap whistle. It's almost like it might be a rivalry game and everyone's maybe amped up another notch or two.
I'm going to say everyone's got some jitters going on right now. That flag came from the top of your screen, the line judge. There it was, on the right of our screen. Number 72, Justin Parrish Jr. Yeah, he's one of those right tackles that looks like he's going to be playing at the next level.
6'5", 290. He's got the profile. Well, look out. Here comes Jenkins. He only has the safety to beat in a foot race, and he is tripped up right at the 20. Touchdown saving tackle by Nico Cosmic.
Cosmic got on his horse. I can't believe he caught him. I thought Jenkins was going to take it to the house the whole way. He looked at that guy straight up and found the sideline. My goodness. What a tackle.
49-yard pickup for Jenkins, but yeah, the play there was the tackle. I thought the same. There was no way he was going to get to Jenkins.
Jenkins turns around, though, and looks at that touchdown and says, I'm coming for you. Looks at that end zone.
This time it's play action. And good little few yards after catch by Mo Purify II, a familiar name for Husker fans.
Doesn't go down easy, does he? Even that little reception there. They took a couple of junior Jays rallying to the football to finally bring him down. And yeah, that's just adds a whole nother wrinkle when you have a running back like Tay Tay Jenkins and you can operate that play action, especially after a big play like that. Really helps out the receivers.
Jenkins gets to the second level. Tackle made by Navarro. Looks like it'll be just short of the first.
Yeah, Mike Navarro, such a gifted two-way player, but he makes his hay on defense, making plays like that. Secure tackle on a very tough runner, Mr. Jenkins.
Jenkins right up the middle.
Gonna be good enough for the first down, isn't it?
Looks like it. That was Navarro again with the tackle, but not before Jenkins moves the sticks.
Yeah, see, that's a real tough spot. It's kind of early to sell out and really try to stack the box. Boy, and they didn't get it by much.
First and goal to go now from the 6.
A couple of guys there making sure they're playing through the whistle.
Play action. Warren back across his body, and he finds his teammate for the score, Andrew Taggy.
What a beautiful play there. Braylon Warren staying calm, collected. He was controlled the entire way, kept his head in the end zone, waited for one of his guys to flash open. Mr. Taggy in the end zone. Just a beautiful rollout, utilizing everyone's athleticism there.
Kick is through. Westside doubles its lead with 4:19 remaining in the first. It's 14-zip Warriors here on News Channel Nebraska. We'll be back. So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people that we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
This broadcast is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or Good to Go convenience stores today. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
Welcome back, Brandon Axemit, Andy Klassen here in West Omaha as the Warriors lead Prep 14-0 early on.
Those pink pom-poms were by design. October, obviously, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and Westside is paying their tributes, the student section anyhow.
So if you're Prep, you had the fumble on the kickoff, 3 and out, a decent start to a drive, but a couple penalties stall it, 3 and out again.
Yeah.
You're trying to get your offense going, and right now you find yourself down 14.
Well, you said it right there, Brandon. The Junior Jays just really haven't helped themselves out here. The penalties, the miscues on special teams has really kind of opened the door and allowed the Warriors to build this 2-score lead early on here in this first quarter.
Hammers to the air, and he puts it right on the money for Galladay. And that is the first down for Prep tonight.
Just a fantastic job. Galladay catching the ball with his hands out in front of his pads, and he came back to the ball. That really gives a quarterback like Jack Lammers and everybody else a lot of confidence in looking up a receiver, your number one target, Sheldon Galladay.
Walker was met by J.P. Ryan, who's a heat-seeking missile.
Uh-oh, there it is. Both teams have been pushing and shoving. After the play, we finally get a flag. Let's see if it's offsetting, if they're going to tag 15 on one or the other. Like you said, everyone's amped up. There's some jitters. We've seen a couple jumps. Okay, they're going to march off 15 yards on Westside.
Let's see where it's at. Yeah, I see two players.
Ooh. See, and that's, I get it, both guys are kind of going back and forth, but when you push a guy over like that, there's a lot of, bad things, injuries happen that way.
Gives Prep 15 more, and nice moves there by Woodward.
Boy, and I think the Westside fans are looking for a block in the back there. Out on the wing, they might have a case. But look at how fast Creighton Prep, Tim Young, and his coaching staff are making an adjustment here offensively. Westside has kind of drawn a line in the sand, like we're taking away the run. We're going to limit the run. Okay, we're going to go to the pass.
2nd and 5. And to your point, yep, you're not going to run it on us, is what Westside is saying. And Walker stuffed again.
And Prep's not going to get too far away from the running game. Don't get me wrong, but they're passing the ball an awful lot here on 1st and 2nd down, something that they really haven't done a whole lot of first 7 games of the season.
No gain there for Walker.
This is going to put a lot on the likes of calling hands. You know, some of these receivers that we've already mentioned, Galladay, going to have to come up big here tonight.
Play action. Lammer's pass is tipped at the line. Now a flag did come in from the near line judge.
Pass is deflected. Flag on the play.
Might be a sideline warning.
Sideline warning, Westside.
I really like that call there, Brandon. Rather than automatic first down, we already said it. Everyone's kind of keyed up. You know, big rivalry game. Get that warning, send that message, and if it happens again, okay, guys, we gave you the warning.
Fourth down, and Prep's offense is on the field here. They need 5. Maybe trying to go for the hard count. And there's the timeout by the Junior Jays.
Timeout. Creighton Prep. First of the half.
Interesting decision here from Tim Yonk and his Junior J bunch. They're going to want to stay out there, roll the dice a little bit, or punt it away and try and win that field position game.
14-0 your score on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. Go green with E15. And fill up at your nearest A-stop today. We're glad you're with us. Brandon Axman, Andy Klassen with a classic Metro rivalry here between Prep and Westside. Number 2 versus number 3. Interesting fact, Andy, that I'm sure Prep and Westside is aware of, but others maybe not so much. The last time Prep won this thing, 2017. That was the first year Coach Yonk took over the program. Ever since, it has been 9 straight wins for the Warriors, and in the last 20 meetings, it's 13-7 Westside in the series.
You don't know how many people that are wearing blue out there just said, "Shut up, Brandon. You didn't have to remind us of that."
You know, there's the motivation to change your stars tonight, perhaps. As Prep going for it, coming out of the timeout on 4th down, play action pass is incomplete, though, and the Warriors will take over on downs.
Don't mind the play call there, but Westside was going to bring the pressure regardless. And if you're Creighton Prep, you're trying to spark yourself, and they've been so efficient in the passing game. I really don't mind that call right there.
It was your best series of the night thus far for the Junior Jays, even though it didn't end how you would have preferred.
Yeah, you know, and you speak of the rivalry and what's been going on as of late. You know, since Paul Lamanji's come over to coach the Westside Warriors, he's only lost 2 games. I mean, what an amazing run that the Warriors have been on.
Pretty unbelievable as Westside goes to the air on 1st down, and that is Purify the second with his 2nd reception tonight.
And you saw right there what makes him so special. The stop and go. He can hit that 5th gear right out of the break, make a guy miss. Here we go. Whoop. Whoop.
Meade Lumber bringing you that instant replay, and it's back to the ground. Jenkins, running back, meet running back. That's Angelo Walker saying we're going to shut your stats down a little bit, at least for that play.
That's what we're talking about in the pregame and why we highlighted Angelo Walker. It's not only what he does on the offensive side, being the lead running back, averaging over 120 yards per game. His athleticism, how it translates from that outside linebacker spot. He had to come down the line and meet a very talented running back head on, and he stopped him dead in his tracks.
A lot of room for Jenkins right up the middle. I don't think anyone's going to catch him this time. 41 yards. Tay Tay Jenkins. Westside up 20 zip.
Oh, what a special talent. And you're going to see there's going to be contact here. When you miss that tackle, look out. You at least have to slow him down there. Full head of steam down the sideline. No one there to catch him this time. Tay Jenkins. Give him another tutty.
Well, Westside is officially fair to say they're rolling. I found out that roll side is a thing with this program. And I would say that fits the definition.
I would have to agree.
21-0. Warriors are rolling here tonight. Prep looks to answer when we return. You're watching Class A high school football on News Channel Nebraska.
Hungry? No. You're King Kong hungry. We serve up beasts, not bites. Burgers? Thick cut, fire kissed, and overloaded with flavor. Crave steak? Oh, we've got beef. Juicy, marbled, cooked how you want it. Because legends eat meat. Or go full on Greek with your protein. Authentically spiced gyros. From the broiler to your belly. King Kong, we don't do light. We do full on taste explosions. Giant flavors, zero apologies.
No gyros, King Kong.
NCN Sports is brought to you by King Kong, a fast casual experience for the whole family. Wayne State College, devoted to student success for over 100 years. And by Action Batteries, high quality products, reasonable prices. It all starts with us.
Welcome back. Brandon Axmit and D. Klassen. Not even 12 minutes gone. And Westside has hung 21 on Prep. See what they can do here on the return as it gets across the 20.
Okay, not a bad return. Special teams unit kind of showing you what they're capable of for Creighton Prep. But yeah, this is kind of a straight up 180 compared to that Westside versus Omaha Central game where Central got up on the Warriors 21-0. We talked about how important, and of course head coach Paul Lamanji been preaching all week long, how important for a good start, especially against a very talented rival, Creighton Prep, and I'd have to say they have done just that.
And this drive starts on the Junior Jays 23. Holiday in motion across. And that's a nice first carry. That should be enough for a first down. Jake Carney.
Trying to get outside that left tackle. A couple blockers out in front. A little counter action there. And that's a great play call, and I'll tell you why, Brandon, because you have a very aggressive front three, front four there for the Warriors. Kind of got to swaying left with the ball carrier, looking to rally up and make a play. Give him that counter. Give him that misdirection. Cut it back.
We're under a minute to go here in the first. Quick swing pass out to Woodward. He stood up near the 40.
And that's what we're talking about when Creighton Prep decided to go for it on fourth down, just how efficient they've been through their passing game. Jack Lammers has been on the money all night long, just hasn't got the deep one yet.
4 yards pickup. 6 and 39.
So there is about a 3-second difference between play clock and game clock. Prep doesn't need to snap it. We'll see if they do before the quarter expires. And they'll run it down. So the first 12 minutes are in the books. And you have a lot of home team fans that are feeling good right now. It's 21-0 Westside over Prep. Stay with us. We'll return with second quarter here on News Channel Nebraska.
Whether you're rolling up in a semi, pulling a horse trailer, heading to the lake with your boat, or just cruising in a car or motorcycle, Speedy Mart is your stop. Fuel up fast, grab your favorite snacks, stretch out with plenty of parking, and step inside for a roomy store and friendly faces. And hey, teams love it before and after the game. Speedy Mart convenience stores, fueled for every road.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back. Sure.
We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes. A wedding.
Welcome back. First play of the second quarter, and it goes to Walker. He doesn't get much.
A little bit of that counter look once again this time. The Warriors stayed home, nothing doing. You saw head coach Tim Young kind of take his headset off there.
So far, Walker carries of 0, 2, 1, 3, 0, 0.
Yeah, it's been tough sledding, to say the least.
Third and 7 for the Jays. Lammers forced to roll out, and it's incomplete. There is a flag.
And let's give the Warriors a lot of credit. They're back 7, staying over the top. They're letting the pass, some separation, but it's all underneath. They're keeping all the receivers in front of them. Is that the third false start now? Junior Jays.
Fourth down.
It would be number 3. Penalty declined, but let's see if we get another look here. In the Beatrice Community Hospital Lead Lumber instant replay. The third punt for Prep tonight.
Oh my goodness.
It was nearly blocked, but instead you had contact with the punter, and there is a flag.
Flag of the play after the punt.
Yeah, and Westside, they've been really close to the last couple of punts. This time, they've got a little too close without the block.
And it's roughing the kicker, automatic first down.
Boy, and that's big, too, because if it wouldn't have been roughing the kicker, it only would have been running into. Oh, yeah, you can't get underneath his feet like that. Don't worry, Mr. Walker. They got you. Told you this is a good crew.
They were all over it. We need to get one of those for NCN. That was shooting out T-shirts in between the quarters.
It was really firing them out,
Yeah.
too.
Rapid fire. Well, Prep happy because the drive continues. Now in Westside territory.
Maybe that was the break that the Junior Jays needed.
Play action. Lammers gets it away just barely.
Oh,
and there's another flag. And you see just some friendly chatter between the Junior Jays sidelines and Bryson Williams.
I got here about an hour before kickoff, and there was a lot of chatter going on then. And so not surprised there's some more chatter going on now.
Williams started to dance, but then the flag came. And,
was that the Macarena?
It could have been. It got interrupted by the laundry before he could finish.
Well, it was right in front of the birdcage. There they are with the whiteout. As you said, the loyal student fan base for the Junior Jays.
Back to Walker. And in Williams' defense, he's a pretty good DB. He has 4 picks so far this season, so he's used to dancing a little bit. I never had any I ever got a dance back in my day.
Yeah, I never really had to worry about what's going to be my pass breakup.
That last run, third carry in a row for Walker that goes for 0.
Yeah, and it's going to force the Junior Jays to get out of their comfort zone and really try to deliver the ball through the air a little bit more than what they're accustomed to doing.
Play action again. Lammers rolling, dumps it off. Ball pops out, and it's going to be incomplete. Colin Corrigan just couldn't hang on.
That's where Corrigan's got to reel that one in, and he knows that he wants that one back. Look at how Lammers had to work this up over top of that initial rush and drop it in front of that linebacker. Would have been a good gain, too, on second down.
Brings up 3rd and 10. Lammers forced to run, and he's not going to get there. Excellent tackle by Spencer Stutheit. And his helmet came off as well, so he needs to head to the sideline.
Stutheit did an excellent job dropping back into coverage, kept his feet pumping, kept his feet moving, and then as soon as he saw the quarterback take off, got that foot down, planted in the ground, came up and made the tackle, secure tackle. Lost a helmet, but got the tackle.
Another no gain, so it's 4th and 10, and looks like Prep will be going for it.
See, that's what you always hear those defensive coaches saying, read, react, read, react. That's exactly what Stude High did on that last occasion there.
Lammers with time. Across the middle, it's complete. It's going to be close. Sheldon Galladay with the catch, and not even needed a measure. First down. The Jays convert on 4th.
Galladay does such a good job finding the weak spot in that zone. Goes up, gets it, gets those hands out in front of him again, Brandon. Love seeing that. Great fundamentals. You know, that big, wide frame body leans across. Easily gets that first down.
Drive continues for Prep. It was extended because of a roughing the kicker. Then you have this 4th down pickup, and there's the biggest run of the night for Walker.
I told you, Creighton Prep's not going to get too far away from running the football. Whether it's working or not working, they're going to be a patient offense, and they're going to keep feeding their lead back, Angelo Walker, the pigskin. For 9 yards on first down. Boy, right up the gut, too.
Prep with the ball at the 12. Back to Walker this time. Not as much luck. Initially wrapped up by Hudson Meade.
Yeah, might have got back to the line of scrimmage. Might have actually lost a half a yard. Boy, it just felt like that was the play they're going to run. Like everybody in the stadium knew they're going to hand it to Walker, either right or left tackle. Exactly what they did, and the Warriors were on it.
And it looks like Prep will take a timeout, which is their second. Facing this 3rd down. We'll take a quick timeout as well. 21-zip, Prep driving here on NCN.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back. Sure.
We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes, the wedding bands. We'll be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
A truck that's built to handle the toughest tasks. The GMC Sierra 2500 from Woodhouse Buick GMC. With available turbo diesel power, a reinforced frame, and advanced trailering tech, it's heavy-duty capability without compromise. Take advantage of exclusive offers happening now. Visit us in-store or shop online today. Woodhouse Buick GMC. We are professional grade.
Coming out of the timeout, Junior Jays go to Walker. It's enough for a first down.
That was a quick toss. So quick it got us. And who else? Angelo Walker on the right side, top of your screen. Had that burst of speed to get him across the first down marker. And here we go, Junior Jays looking to get 7 back here. Inside the 10-yard line, first down.
Ends up being a pickup of 7. First and goal to go from the 6. Walker, it's about 1.
I like that play design there. We've seen Lammers use that rollout with that same type of counter look. That time a little delay, but then he finally does hand the ball off to Walker. Picks up a couple yards.
This drive began with 1:18 to go in the first. Now 5 minutes into the second quarter as well. Prep methodically making its way down the field. Galladay motions across.
That's that smash mouth football right there, Brandon, that Creighton Prep's known for. You got that motion coming across, going to give you that extra blocker. Nothing cute. No, we're telling you, we're going to run the ball right here. Here it comes.
6.5 to go here in the second quarter. On News Channel Nebraska, it's brought to you by O Street Carpet. Check out Steve Carper and the crew at O Street Carpet in Lincoln. They're located near the intersection of 17th and O. O Street Carpet will take care of all your flooring needs. 3rd and goal to go from the 5. Hammers rolling out. He's in trouble. He's hit and taken down for a sack. Hudson Meade gets to him first.
And it appears the special teams unit is coming out for the field goal attempt. Boy, and Lammers was trying to make something happen. Did a heck of a good job there securing the ball. But even right as the play began, he had to go down and kind of pick up that ball off the turf. Low snap. Still kept his eyes downfield. Just nothing opened up for him.
So the kick is good. The 25-yard field goal makes its way through. So Prep on the board here, a little past the halfway point of the second quarter. 21-3 here on News Channel Nebraska. We'll be back.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. By Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
Welcome back, Brandon Axford, Andy Klassen. That is Rory McGarry, who just kicked that field goal. 5'9", 145 pounds. He's able to put it through the uprights, and in this case, boots it off for Prep. The most important thing for the Junior Jays.
Uh-oh, look out!
They get on the board, but my, oh my. Tay Tay Jenkins says, we're going to fix that. As he scores his 3rd touchdown of the evening. He knows where the cameras are. My goodness, what a response. Instantly by Westside.
Yeah.
That's 90-plus yards. Let's see where he fields it.
This is going to be a great view. You're going to see this lane. Look at the special teams unit get out there. There's a return right the whole way. And, yeah, you don't need to give Jenkins too much of a lane to work with. And you see the speed. And I told you knew where the goal line was. He also knows where the camera is. He's a player of many talents.
Now we do have a flag.
I think they're going to get the sideline. Sideline did have a warning, but they got a little too animated. Everybody was excited. It might have ran into one of the officials trying to run down the field with him. I don't know. That's one of those penalties I might be able to live with, where your guys are a little too excited and jumping up and down on the sideline.
Well, talk about a gut punch. You're Prep, you're feeling great. You're like, all right, we strung together a nice drive. We got on the board. Here we go. And literally seconds later, the next time they touch the ball, Westside has it in the end zone.
Yeah, and I want to even give him some credit to the kicker there. You made mention of him. He had to do a heck of a job with the stutter step because that ball was off the turf, so he had to give it a little half second, quarter second, and then put enough on to get it up and over. It was only a 25-yard attempt, but still a lot of things had to go right for him, and he kept his composure. But you said it, Tay Tay Jenkins showing you why he's one of the best in the state, not just at running back, also on special teams.
Officially goes down as a 90-yard kick return. roughly 5:27, so that was 11 seconds to kick it and run it 90 yards. 11 seconds between the field goal and that touchdown.
It took 11 seconds, but it felt like 2.
Man, okay, well, 5:16 to go. Prep's offense that was just out on the field just completed a 7+ minute drive. Now gets to come out and try again.
The big plays, the splash plays have all been made by the Warriors thus far throughout this first half.
Well, here's a good return by Galladay as he's pushed out near the 45.
Nice job running through a couple of tackles there. And we're going to have another post-play flag come out. Look at Galladay, though. Keep his feet. Get upfield.
We saw a little scramble for the ball afterwards. He was down, but I think that the flag came from something different than that also.
If Westside's had one blemish, it's been those personal fouls, especially after the play, 15-yarders. When you're just kind of, you're kind of helping your rival out here. You're giving them a little bit of momentum.
Well, you're going to want to be sure to stay tuned for our halftime show that's brought to you by RMV Construction. Trusted, local, proven RMV Construction. Stay tuned as Prep does pick up a few on first down.
Brody Austin with the reception.
It's his second of the night.
And that's what the Junior Jays are going to have to do. They're going to have to get a little creative on offense. They're going to have to push some tempo here as we wind down this first half and get into the second half. A shotgun look, offset back.
Walker.
There it is.
Here he goes. There's the stiff arm. An excellent job. Bryson Williams hanging on for dear life, but he prevents the touchdown.
And that's one of those things that everybody knows that's played Creighton Prep so far this year. Angelo Walker is a beast to try and bring down. Look at that stiff arm. But good job hanging on from that late Westside Warrior.
There's the biggest play of the night and a near home run for the Junior Jays. We're just going back and forth with big plays. Prep first and goal to go from the 5.
That was Bryson Williams, number 28, that held on. Touchdown saving tackle. We're talking about Creighton Prep getting, a little more creative. You saw the lineup right there with the shotgun look, quarterback back about 4 yards. You had Mr. Walker off to his right side. In just that little half a second, snap, 1-1 count, 1-1,000 count, and then the handoff was just enough for Walker to survey the field and find the lane.
Well, it's Walker on the Wildcat. Waiting for the signal.
There it is.
He's in. 2-yard touchdown for Walker.
And what started that drive? A 15-yard personal foul penalty on the Westside Warriors. Creighton Prep says thank you very much. We'll take those 15 yards and a few more.
So that PAT cuts it to an 18-point lead. So Prep responds to Tay Tay Jenkins' 90-yard kick return with a quick drive of their own, punched in by Walker from 2 yards out. 28-10 Westside, 4:12 to play before half. We'll be back.
For over 40 years, Claybaugh Pharmacy has been your trusted, family-owned, full-service pharmacy. We provide traditional medical options, medical equipment, immunizations, and over-the-counter products. We take pride in going above and beyond to improve the health of our community. And to ensure you have a seamless experience, manage your profile and refills with a touch of the finger from home. Claybaugh Pharmacy in downtown Beatrice, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
Welcome back. The kick return for Westside doesn't go 90 yards. Still solid. They'll start around the 35.
You saw the adjustment there. You didn't see the adjustment as we had a little bit of a quick kick there, but short kick was not going to allow for Jenkins to get underneath of it and have a full head of steam. So, yeah, that's that game of cat and mouse between these two excellent coaching staffs. You beat me once, so be it. I'm not going to allow you to do the same thing again.
Jenkins hurdles a couple of bodies there. Gets a couple.
Such a gifted runner.
That was a patient run.
Yes, it was. Then the athleticism, just kind of go up and over a couple guys here. Okay, there's a pile there. I'll just go over it. There we go. Get about 3 or 4 more yards.
Just his 8th carry. 3 touchdowns, though, for Walker. There's a screen to him. And he's across midfield, still going.
Just tough to bring down, navigates the field so well. Really showing you his versatility. You know, he's not just a power back. He's not just a speed back or a special teams, splash type of a player. He can be a receiver, and they like to use him as a receiver out of that backfield.
Be sure to stay tuned for our halftime show, where we'll be going over our halftime highlights that are brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers, where they have stunning engagement collections, exceptional diamonds, and dazzling gemstones at both of their Lincoln locations and their Grand Island location. Here is Warren doing it with his legs, picks up 12.
And how about a quarterback? How he finished off that run, lowers the shoulder, delivers the boom. No, oh yeah, he did pick up the first down. Well, that's just a tough play to defend when you got to respect number 6 there, Mr. Jenkins. He's been giving you fits all night long. You saw Warren pull the ball and cut it back right. Defense had already committed.
And completion across the middle.
Boy,
that's Williams.
We do have a flag in the backfield, but just a well-timed play call there. You had pressure coming in from Creighton Prep, quick past the middle of the field.
So it's actually a face mask against Prep, so they're going to add 15 to that 12-yard catch.
Junior Jay's not helping themselves out here. Yeah, just a quick 2 count. Wait. We called Bryson Williams a moment ago, the senior defensive back, for a heck of a play. Coming over from safety, that time doing a nice job settling down, finding the open space as a receiver.
Warriors on the 13. And Westside will take a timeout. Well, Andy, we like to talk about it when we get near halftime, and especially You know, there's not a lot of times we come to the Metro to cover a Metro-on-Metro game. We're excited at News Channel Nebraska that we get to do it. We expect we have a lot of new viewers, perhaps, that aren't always familiar with what we do. You should follow us on Twitter. That's the messaging. Follow us on X. Follow us on X at NCN Sports or any of our other social media handles. But what we do on X, as you can see right there, we push out our rankings, which both these teams are in every week. We push out our broadcast schedule. We tweet out interviews, highlights, game updates, anything else at
Coach,
NCN Sports.
Player of the game interviews,
all of those,
highlights.
yes.
And hey, we're already off and running. Had a Thursday night game last night. And yeah, if you had us on X, you got to see exactly what we're talking about. The highlights, the interviews from both the coach and player of the game.
And the big thing is when we come up to halftime, we give shout-outs to new followers. So if you want a shout-out on TV, statewide, follow us at NCN Sports, so you may very well get shouted out at halftime. Coming out of the timeout, Tay Tay Jenkins brought down by Navarro at the 10.
Not a huge game, but an excellent job of being patient, Brandon, once again, allowing that block to be set. Then he has that little burst, that little sidestep there, cut it inside, get upfield in a hurry. You know, and you mentioned do shout-outs, right, on X. Also would like to see some of these man caves, because I bet there's some people there with multiple TVs, because there's another game being played on Friday night that's also being televised that, you know, people from Nebraska might want to tune into.
Yep, that's what we need to see, the dual TVs from the man cave, tagging at NCN. Also, let us know who you're cheering for. We have a good rivalry here. Let us know who's going for Westside, who's going for Prep. Some social media banter never hurts. As here's the first carry by Quentin Warren. Gets near the 5.
Quentin does a lot of his work on the offensive side as a tight end. Great hands. One of those big guys, tall guys for Westside.
Defensively, yes, he has 38 tackles, 13 for loss. He is a game record. This time, Warren will keep it, and he goes to the end zone. Braylon Warren dives in there, and it's Westside 34, Prep 10.
Excellent play design there. We saw Quentin Warren cutting across, laying an extra block there, and you got to respect that little play fake there to Jenkins. He's been torching you all night. Warren pulls the ball, finds the end zone.
With just 43 seconds before the break. Kick is good. Westside rolling. Second half almost gone. Prep with 43 seconds to respond before the break. We'll be back.
John Henry's is now offering electrical service. Our service professionals have been helping with plumbing, heating, and cooling in Lincoln and the surrounding areas for more than 25 years. Now, we're proud to offer the same level of professionalism in our new electrical service. From a whole home rewire to adding new outlets or electric car chargers, John Henry's can be your one-stop shop for all your home's needs. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical. Our family serving yours since 1996.
Visit Wayne State College and you're likely to hear,
I got this.
From students pursuing their careers in nursing.
I got this.
Or in our business and industrial technology programs.
I got this.
Or in NCAA athletics.
You got this.
And especially at graduation.
I got this.
With 130 programs of study, manageable costs, and automatic scholarships for all first-time freshmen, you'll be saying,
I'm so doing this.
Get started at ExploreWayneStateCollege.com.
Welcome back. Kick goes through the end zone for a touchback. So again, the Junior Jays with 43 seconds to work with.
Yeah, and I don't know if this is the spot that head coach Tim Yonks will want to get too creative with. You know, you've already taken your lumps here in this first half. They might want to just get into that locker room, talk things over, try and straighten things out. You say that, and they're going to come out 5 wide, sling it all over the yard.
Yep. Well, something else to be aware of, too. Westside, they get the ball to start the third.
Yeah, just a disastrous start for the Junior Jays. as Westside kicked off. They had trouble fielding the ball, did Galladay, and Westside was there to pounce on it, and 2 plays later punch it into the end zone.
Lammers is under center. Westside wants to use a timeout here.
They didn't want to fall victim to any tomfoolery coming over from Tim Yonk and his coaching staff.
Well, Coach Yonke's been doing it a while, so you certainly wouldn't want to rule that out. Pulling up these coach bios, Coach Yonk, 8th year at Prep. Excuse me, 9th year. But before that, he was at Gross for 11 years and Loganview. Before that, Yonk is a Schuyler grad of 87. He knows a little bit about football, and he played for the legendary Coach Osborne back in the early 90s.
Yeah, it's just amazing the ties to the University of Nebraska that really both of these teams have, the tradition over the years. Multiple players always on the roster for the Huskers from these two teams. Officials saying that was a late substitution. Get out of here. You're going to have to wait a play to sub in. I was looking like a baseball umpire. You know, you're out of here.
Well, it's just ground attack here for Prep. It wasn't Walker. That was, looks like it was number 22.
Yeah,
which is Kearney.
Yep, Jake Kearney. 6'1" sophomore. And we've heard about that. That this Creighton Prep team, they got some youth up and down this roster.
One more carry for the Jays, and that will send us to halftime. We are officially in the books, and special teams has been one of the differences tonight. Westside leading 35-10, and it started from the jump. You had the failed kickoff and fumble by Prep. A little while later, you have Tay Tay Jenkins taking it 90 yards to the house, and most recently, Warren diving in there for the Warriors. Westside leading 35-10 at the break.
I believe everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry, cause you got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do, just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
We got your back.
From the heart of Nebraska to across the state, RMV Construction is building more than just structures. We're building trust. RMV Construction has grown from humble beginnings to become a trusted name across central Nebraska and beyond. With unmatched craftsmanship, cutting-edge innovation, and an unwavering commitment to customer satisfaction, we deliver projects on time, on budget, and above expectations. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction in Kearney and Lincoln. Let's build your vision together.
At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they provide comprehensive orthopedic health care. Their physicians are highly skilled in all areas of orthopedic and sports medicine, including spine surgery, foot and ankle, hand and upper extremities, fracture care, and total joint replacement. Their expertise includes the medical management of injuries through physical and rehabilitative methods or surgical intervention. To schedule an appointment or to learn more about Nebraska Orthopedic Center and their family of 25 physicians, go online to nebraskaortho.com. That's nebraskaortho.com. Nebraska Orthopedic Center is your healing destination.
On your way to the big game or heading home after the win, Speedy Mart is the ultimate team stop.
Stay alive! Stay alive! Stay alive! Stay alive! You're bound to stay alive at Speedy Mart.
Icy cold drinks? Check. Tasty snacks? Double check. Fast fuel and room for the whole crew? You know it.
Be aggressive! And make sure to go to Speedy Mart after the game.
When you're ready to work, they're ready to work. Because those lawnmowers and gardening tools have new batteries from Action Battery. Get working on those warm weather projects with Action Battery.
Action Batteries. It all starts with us.
It's time to get your motor running with Action Batteries. Motorcycles, boats, golf carts, sports cars. Get ready and hit the road running. At Action Batteries, it all starts with us.
This broadcast is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or good-to-go convenience stores today. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports. NCN Sports is brought to you by King Kong, a fast casual experience for the whole family. Wayne State College, devoted to student success for over 100 years. And by Action Batteries, high quality products, reasonable prices. It all starts with us.
Welcome back to Westside. Halftime here on NCN, and your score 35-10. The Warriors enjoying a 25-point lead. Brandon Axman, Andy Klassen. Andy, it started from the jump for the Jays. They got in a hole and they had to come back. And it's been special teams that started it, but we've seen a couple of special teams plays that you would say have been really, really big and
Huge.
A narrative in this game.
Huge place for Westside, and we've heard about this Warrior team, and Paul Lamangi was very candid with us early in the week saying, look, I really like our special teams unit. It's a solid part of what we do, and we've seen it really play itself out here tonight. The opening kickoff goes for a line drive, bounces off the return man. Warriors were there to pounce on it. 2 plays later, punch it in the end zone. Then we also saw Tay Tay Jenkins. He does it offense, defense, and, of course, special teams. What was that, an 80-yard return? 90 yard return, and it was coming off of a Junior J touchdown, really a gut punch. Took all the momentum back for Westside, and that's how you get a score like this, 35-10 at the break.
You referenced Jenkins. He has 3 touchdowns. Big storyline for the Junior Jays. Their offense really struggled the first quarter. Westside had Walker bottled up. To their credit, they were able to get him loose for a couple of plays in the second quarter, including a touchdown.
The Warriors are very athletic on defense. They like to run a 3-4, but they crowd that line of scrimmage. They've really done that tonight. They're not going to allow the number 1 offensive threat from the Junior Jays to beat them here tonight. We saw that on the very first drive, and they've stayed true to it. We've seen Lammers make some plays with his arm. I think we're going to have to see more of that from the Junior Jays if they're going to claw back into this one in the second half.
Well, we've talked enough about it. Let's show you the highlights we're referencing in the stats on our Sartor Heyman Jewelers halftime highlights. At Sartor Heyman Jewelers, they have stunning engagement collections, exceptional diamonds, and dazzling gemstones at both of their Lincoln locations, in downtown Lincoln or at South Point, as well as in Grand Island. And this is what we referred to, Andy. Very first play of the game, the opening kickoff. Westside forces a fumble. Tay Tay Jenkins, we've been calling his name all night. He recovers it. A sign of things to come, because after he recovered it, a couple of touches later, Andy, and he would be in the end zone. Specifically right here.
Yep. Right side off tackle, and you see the patience there, allowing blockers to get out in front of him. Then he has that late burst. And he knows where the end zone is.
That one, an 11-yard score, puts Westside on the board early. This was one we thought he was going to house. An absolutely amazing touchdown-saving tackle by the Junior J, specifically Nico Cosmic. But still, that went for 49 yards, and Westside would end up scoring anyway.
Yeah, Jenkins eyeballing that end zone. He was looking for that.
This time, it's Warren connecting with Andrew Taggy, 6-yard touchdown, 14-zip. Westside at this point.
Yeah, Warren really showing you his command of the offense. Very patient on the rollout and allowed for his buddy Taggy to open up in the middle of the zone.
Here goes Jenkins again. This time he wouldn't be caught. 41 yards, touchdown number 2. It's 21-zip Westside. We're still in the first quarter.
And showing some love to the student section there, and why not? Everything's been going Westside way. Everybody wearing red and black, having fun here tonight.
So Prep's thinking, all right, let's right the ship. About a 7-minute drive. They cap it off with 3 points. That's a Rory McGarry 25-yard field goal. Okay, it's 21-3. Let's kick it to Westside, see what happens. That didn't work out so well because there goes Jenkins for a 90-yard house call.
Boy, and he ran over the kicker there at the end, just to add a little insult to injury.
Touchdown number 3 for Jenkins. 28-3 with a little over 5 minutes remaining in the second. Prep, though, they would respond. Angelo Walker got going. He would find a touchdown to make it 28-10 Prep. But after that Walker touchdown, Westside responds again. Warren dives in there for a 6-yard score. It's 35-10 as we head to halftime.
Yeah, once again, Braylon Warren, the quarterback, showing you not only his command of the offense, but his versatility. He can get it done with his arm. Also has some power rushing the football there at the goal line, punching the late touchdown through.
Amazing atmosphere here at Westside. We are glad that you are with us, and we're looking forward to what comes in the second half. But we have more halftime show and a special halftime interview with Tom Kirkman of Westside. Stay with us. It's 35-10 here at the break.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
Our halftime show is proudly presented by RMV Construction. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction. From the heart of Nebraska to across the state, RMV Construction is building more than just structures. We're building trust. RMV Construction has grown from humble beginnings to become a trusted name across central Nebraska and beyond. With unmatched craftsmanship, cutting-edge innovation, and an unwavering commitment to customer satisfaction, we deliver projects on time, on budget, and above expectations. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction in Kearney and Lincoln. Let's build your vision together.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
Welcome back to Westside. It's current 35-10. Brandon Axman in the booth with special guest Westside AD Tom Kirkman, who's been doing this for 16 years with the Warriors. Tom, I have to imagine with the halftime score being what it is, you're feeling pretty good right now. How's it going?
Yeah, I feel good. It's a nice lead we have in the half, but you can never count out Creighton Prep and Coach Yonk. He does such a good job with this team that they'll be ready to go in the second half. So, but, 35-10, can't be disappointed about that.
Want to get your perspective. Obviously, we've talked to both coaches about the rivalry. Everyone is here. It's a packed house because of the rivalry. As an AD, and for being here 16 years, what's your take on what makes this rivalry what it is?
Well, it goes back a long time. I mean, these are the only Metro schools that have played for 58 years, I believe. So it's the longest rivalry. It's kind of a neighborhood school. They're in our district. And a lot of these kids have kind of grown up around each other, and I think parents know each other quite a bit. They work together in a lot of same jobs, and so I think there's just a natural rivalry, and we've had some great games, not just in football, but if you go to a basketball game, it's just as packed, just as exciting. So it's just something special, and just happy to be part of it.
Well, Tom, we appreciate being here, being able to showcase this great game to the state. We always like to highlight host schools and understand what's going on, not necessarily what's going on with the football field, but other things as well. Of course, the game's important, but there is a building across from us that's going to be the site of something very exciting and special. Can you tell us more, tell the state more about what's going on Westside?
Yeah, so that's our new life complex. It was donor generated, and we needed to do some upgrading. So it's a brand new 8-lane pool. We have a new weight room, new practice gym, new training room, a couple new meeting rooms. We'll be able to do some testing with the large numbers. We have a life skills for special needs part of it. So it's just going to be something that our whole school and community can enjoy. But the pool and the natatorium where the windows are that you can see way up top is really kind of the special part of it. And hopefully we'll be able to showcase it this winter. We'll host, we have our own swim invite and then metros. And then who knows? My goal is to maybe host state swim someday. If the University Devaney Center doesn't work out, I think this is a facility that can work out to even host a state swim meet. It's an unbelievable facility.
And you said roughly 3 weeks.
Yeah, the dedication is November 4th, and we're just a lot of cool things going to happen. Our long-time coaches one coach will be there, Doug Krecklow, and then the first coach who kind of got swimming started, Cal Benz, who's passed away, but he has a number of swimmers coming from. He was so successful at the University of Nebraska as well. He's having an Olympian come back and speak to our kids and do a clinic. So it's just it's going to be a special time in about 3 weeks.
Well, you referenced the success and trying to sustain success, which is something we've seen at Westside with the 6 straight trips to the state tournament in football, but it's not just football. It's sort of across the board. So from your perspective, what's coming up in the winter? And the bigger picture question is, how has this school been able to have sustained success in all of their programs?
Well, it first starts with our superintendent, our school board, and we have great parents who are very supportive of athletics and activities. And then we have great coaches and athletes. I can't say enough about how great our coach is. And we have great kids who work really hard. They put a lot of time and dedication. And we have had some really good athletes in the last 5 years. And when you have great athletes, great parents, and great coaches, it's just a recipe for success.
Tom, appreciate the time. We're having a great time thus far, and it's about 5 minutes till we get ready for the third quarter.
I just want to say thanks for coming out and showcasing this game. And Westside loves to be on TV and to show off our school, show off our teams and coaches. It's just a privilege to be the Westside Athletic Director. So just want to thank you guys for coming.
It is our absolute pleasure. Thank you so much, and thank you for the time. We'll let you get back to, I'm sure, doing something very important, running around somewhere for the rest of the night.
Yeah, I do. All right. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Our pleasure. That it's Mr. Tom Kirkman, AD with Westside. We'll take a quick break and come back and wrap up our halftime show here on News Channel Nebraska.
Hungry? No. You're King Kong hungry. We serve up beasts, not bites. Burgers? Thick cut, fire-kissed, and overloaded with flavor. Crave steak? Oh, we've got beef. Juicy, marbled, cooked how you want it. Because legends eat meat. Or go full-on Greek with your protein. Authentically spiced gyros. From the broiler to your belly. King Kong, we don't do light. We do full-on taste explosions. Giant flavors, zero apologies.
No gyros here.
King Kong. NCN Sports is brought to you by King Kong, a fast casual experience for the whole family. Wayne State College, devoted to student success for over 100 years. And by Action Batteries, high quality products, reasonable prices, it all starts with us. NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. By Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
It's time to get in the game. When you team up with teammates, you don't need pads or a playbook. 1 hour a week can encourage a student in your community to win in school and in life. Hundreds of young people are waiting for a mentor to show up and build their confidence, character, and hope for the future. Be the teammate every young person deserves. The clock is ticking. Sign up at teammates.org today. Join the team. Be a mentor.
Welcome back. You are watching our RMV Construction halftime show, brought to you by RMV Construction, where currently we are showing you the Holdridge High Grandstands, which was completed recently by RMV Construction. They took out the old bleachers, replaced them with a 1,500-seat prefabricated grandstand and press box, and on top of that, the project included installing new field lighting, pavement, and support utilities to make the game day experience more safe, enjoyable, and accessible for all the athletes, media, and fans that visit. RMB Construction is a general contractor in Kearney and Lincoln that can take care of all of your educational construction needs, including new construction, additions, and remodeling. RMV Construction, trusted, local, and proven. We're about 4 minutes away from getting back to second half action, and Andy, now's a great time to look at our rankings, which, if you did not know, we push out every Monday. We compile them thanks to our entire team of sports reporters and announcers who provide their input, and as we've mentioned, 2 of those teams are in this game here tonight. Millard South, Andy, that has been the storyline of all of Nebraska high school football and what they are doing. Their one loss coming by way of having to forfeit due to a rule violation, but they are at the top of the list. Westside with their one loss to Central, but if things stay the way they are, they will be going back up to 2. Not to say that things can't change, but that's why we have 1 through 3, and you see 5 through 10. You have Columbus and Norfolk representing Greater Nebraska in those top 10 rankings.
Yeah, Class A does feel a little top-heavy there with Millard South at the top, but we have a fantastic 2 versus 3 matchup right here. And you got that common opponent that you talked about, Omaha Central. So it kind of shows you, you got 1, 2, 3, and then it's kind of wide open there for Class A. And you love to see Columbus in there. We had them, very talented team we had early this year, and Bellevue West. It's been a while, right? But they are back in the top 10, and then Norfolk representing Northeast Nebraska.
Well, not only do we have rankings, Andy, but we televise lots of games. And we want everyone to know where we're going to be and how we're going to be doing it and how you can watch most importantly. So here's our upcoming broadcast schedule. And it all starts with Central Conference Volleyball. Tomorrow we will be at Aurora High School, 2:50 for the third place game, followed by the championship. And then we have more volleyball on Thursday of next week. So if you live in Northeast Nebraska, you'll get the Mid-States live from Wayne State. If you live anywhere else in Nebraska, you'll get the HAC Championships live from Lincoln. We'll be there for that. Then on Friday, depending on where you live, if you're in Northeast Nebraska, you have a great game. That is 1 versus 3 in Class C2 right now with Cedar Catholic and Norfolk Catholic. If you live anywhere else in the state, you get number 1 Waverly coming to the capital city to take on Pius.
How about these matchups we're having? Westside, Creighton Prep, Cedar Catholic, Norfolk Catholic, Waverly, Pius the 10th. Those are some name brands.
Man, who puts this schedule together? Whoever he is, he's a smart guy.
Get up on your soapbox there, Mr. Axman.
Okay. Well, most importantly, tune in because we have great football coming your way. And then after that week, that's the end of the regular season. Yeah. And then we will be going somewhere each of the next 3 weeks for playoffs. And we will announce our playoffs coverage plan every Monday. And, it may be at your school. Who knows? But we're looking forward to that as well. And hard to believe we're already nearly to postseason.
Well, you can feel that churn in the weather. And, I'm eyeballing. I'm an outdoorsman, so I'm eyeballing deer season. So that's how it goes. We get into the playoffs. We also got to get out into the woods a little bit for deer season. And it sets up nice. Sun goes down, and we get to enjoy some high school football.
If you haven't yet, those are our social media handles. Give us a follow. Facebook, X, Instagram, and YouTube. Andy, you are our YouTube guru.
Yes, sir.
We've been pumping X, and why X is important, but what about the YouTube?
News Channel Nebraska at YouTube, right? And we have all sorts of news every single day being posted. We also have highlights and full games posted usually the day after.
So for whatever reason, if you didn't get to see all of this game, or if you wanted to watch it again, or if you had family and friends that were watching the game in person, they get a rewatch. They get to come home, go to YouTube, and say, I want to see the NCN broadcast.
And we always hear about the coaching staff saying, you know what I did? I caught the replay on YouTube there, or the team that they're going to play in the next week or so.
Well, there you go. All of our socials right there for you at NCN Sports. as we now, I believe, are through our halftime, and it'll be interesting to see how things play out. Westside, who will be receiving, has a chance to add to their lead even more. If you're Prep, clearly and obviously, you need to make a statement here. You need to keep Westside from finding the end zone on this opening drive, which is easier said than done.
Yeah, you need to make a statement, but you also have to play smart. I would kick this ball as far away from Tay Tay Jenkins as possible. I would take the out-of-bounds penalty before I would let number 6 touch this ball on this opening kickoff of the half.
Well, we are glad that you're with us here on News Channel Nebraska for this Metro rivalry between Prep and Westside, and we are about to get back into action coming out of the break. But it's been 3 touchdowns for Tay Tay Jenkins, 120 yards on 9 carries.
There we go.
Leading rusher for Prep is Walker, who has 63 yards. And to your point, let's not kick it to Jenkins.
Yeah. Little squib kick there, but it does end up in the hands of Quentin Warren. Excellent tight end for the Westside Warriors. There he is.
So if you're Westside, giving the ball to Jenkins, or are you switching it up?
I'm giving a heavy dose to number 6. And
Don't overcomplicate it.
And he's one of those players. It doesn't matter. Are we down by 25 or are we up by 25? I'm getting the rock to number 6.
Next time he gets it will be his 10th carry. But again, 120 yards on 9 currently. That's about 11 yards per carry. Play action, and they get it to Jenkins out of the backfield. And there he goes across midfield for a big pickup.
Makes that first guy miss, combination of a move and also that power. And we talked about it early on. He is a lethal weapon as a receiver, leaking out of that backfield.
And a 27-yarder to open the half. This time on the ground, Jenkins bursts through. That's about a 3-yard pickup.
Yeah, Jenkins kind of outpacing his, average numbers throughout the season. That's really saying something against this defense. Does reel in about 30 yards receiving per game. Pick that up on just the opening play of the second half.
Dumps it off. Pass complete to Eli Johnson.
Look out.
And he's in the open field across the 20.
That's the command of the offense I was talking about in the first half there that Braylon Warren has. Look how under control he is the entire way. The ball fake, looks off the defender with his eyes, makes the linebackers come up and commit to the run, then dumps it off over the top. Just an excellent play. And also looking up as one of his favorite targets in Eli Johnson.
And there goes Jenkins.
Look out.
He makes it look way too easy.
Yeah, the stop and go. And then he can just hit that extra gear, that next gear. Good blocking up front. I mean, just everything. Everything's on display there for Westside in that opening drive.
It almost, it looks effortless the way they were able to move the ball 3 or 4 plays, and 70 yards later, there you go.
We're set up behind the marching band. They haven't even had time to get back to their seats yet.
Only a minute 11, or minute 21 rather, off the clock.
Oh, brutal.
Man, and it's a 32-point advantage for the Warriors. So they haven't slowed down since the break. Neither are we. Don't go anywhere. Westside 42, Prep 10 here on NCN.
Women have a 1 in 8 chance for developing breast cancer. Early detection makes a difference. Beatrice Community Hospital's Imaging Center can help with the latest technology, from screening with 3D mammography, breast MRI, breast ultrasound, and breast biopsy. All services conveniently located in the BCH's Imaging Center. Schedule your screening today. Incredible care, incredibly close.
Welcome back. Brandon Axmit, Andy Klassen here in West Omaha. A lot of happy Warriors, and they continued right where they left off. Going into halftime, taking that drive all the way down the field in a little over a minute. Jenkins now again with 4 touchdowns here tonight.
Yeah, and head coach Paul Lamangio was talking about how that Omaha Central loss they had earlier in the season might have been the best thing for him. It kind of brought him back down to reality, let him know that, hey, you can't just walk through some of these games. No worries about that with this being a rivalry game whatsoever. But it emphasized the importance of all 3 phases of the game, offense, defense, and special teams. And their special teams has really given them that boost here tonight that's allowed them to really extend this lead 42-10 early in the second half.
Pitch to Walker. He is met and stuck. That was Bryson Williams.
Williams has come up a couple times with those big hits on defense. That's what you like to see in your free safety, strong safety, roll down, fill the hole. See, that's a toss play there, and he beats the blockers getting out there, but that's a toss play that's just been a staple for Creighton Prep for years. And they got a more than capable back in Angelo Walker. Just nothing doing here tonight.
Went down for a loss of 1. Back to Walker.
Nice cut.
Tackles made by Spencer Stuthheit. Short game, maybe 3.
Yeah, that's what's tough with those tackles for loss, which Westside's been making a living off of that defensively, those TFLs. Then you have a nice counter play, and you think, okay, that was a nice 5-6 yard gain. No, actually, it was only for 3 if you're going by the sticks.
So 3rd and 7, Prep desperately needing to avoid a 3 and out here. And we have a whistle pre-snap.
That's a nice little catch there from Woodward, the slot receiver. Kind of went up and got it.
Worth seeing again.
I think it was a timeout by Creighton Prep.
Well, during this break in the action, we remind you this 3rd quarter is brought to you by Husker Rehab, where they treat the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. Husker Rehab, our 3rd quarter sponsor here on NCN.
Full crowd here tonight. Everybody's kind of funneling back, getting back to their seat after the halftime break. And, we mentioned the marching band, but what a show. Those guys are awesome here at Westside. Very well done performance from the marching band during the break.
Lammers going for it all, incomplete. You had Johnson on the coverage. I believe that's Galladay, the intended target, and it'll be a 3 and out for Prep.
Really like how Eli Johnson, one of the premier wide receivers for their offense, how he played this defensively. Stayed over the top and didn't make a break on the ball till late. He wanted to secure his coverage first. Then he went ahead to play the ball. But first and foremost, wanted to get over the top of the offensive receiver.
Walker with another nice punt. It's fielded by Johnson.
Ooh.
And he takes a stick. It's taken backwards. That was Jordan Udofia with the tackle for Prep.
That was a textbook tackle in the open field there from
Letting off a little
Dopey.
steam.
Yeah. Still a nice return from Eli, making that first guy miss, getting outside. There's that shot. Ouch. Shoulder down right in the gut.
Warriors will begin at the Prep 45.
Well, Westside will start in Prep territory on the 45. And there goes Jenkins.
He really, you said it last time, he just makes it look way too easy. The way he just kind of tiptoed through that last would-be tackler. And this is a really good defense. One of the best defenses in the state, if not the best defense in the state.
Glides for 15. He's nearing 160 yards on 12 carries.
I think he was averaging 9 yards per carry coming into this one. He's actually going to, if it just keeps going the way it's going right now, he's actually going to improve on that average. I know his kickoff return average ought to go up after a 90-yarder to the house.
Yeah, 4 total touchdowns. 11-yard touchdown, 41-yard touchdown, 20-yard touchdown, and yes, that 90-yard kick return for a touchdown. Warren stepping up. He's going to take it himself. Brought down near the 20.
Excellent decisiveness there from a real good quarterback. Understanding nothing's doing, so he just puts his head down and gets upfield, takes what the defense was willing to give him. Nice little move there. Trying to do the old dead leg.
Oh, and ball is out.
That was all Walker. All Walker with the pressure. He was on the blitz the entire way. Blows it up.
Ball's poked out of Warren's hands. Ball's out of bounds.
And went out of bounds. Yep. You were all over that one, just like Walker was.
Oh, so close.
So this will be a 42-yard field goal attempt. Everest Scherslisen, I believe.
Got it.
Nailed it. Makes it look easy. 42 yards. Everest Scherslisen.
So even when Westside doesn't get everything they want, they still put points up on the board.
It's a 35-point lead for Westside over Prep. You're watching high school football on NCN.
A truck that's built to handle the toughest tasks. The GMC Sierra 2500 from Woodhouse Buick GMC. With available turbo diesel power, a reinforced frame, and advanced trailering tech, it's heavy-duty capability without compromise. Take advantage of exclusive offers happening now. Visit us in-store or shop online today. Woodhouse Buick GMC. We are professional grade.
Welcome back. Brandon Accident, Andy Klassen, and I don't think the experts thought we would have a running clock with Westside Prep, but with 35 points being the deficit, that's exactly where we find ourselves right now.
No, I think everybody was expecting a really close game here tonight, but I mean that's why you, you strap them up right and play the game. Westside has been on a mission all night long, got up to that great start, going up 21-0 before Creighton Prep even knew what happened to them. And yeah, we had a common opponent there of Omaha Central. Make a mention of it again, where Westside dropped that game early in the season at home right here on this field. A couple of weeks later, Creighton Prep beats the Eagles, takes it to them, wins by a couple scores. Still a good game, but still you had the one common opponent, and that's not how this score would lead you to believe who won that.
Throwing it up and incomplete. And we have a flag. So pass interference, I believe, will be the call against Westside.
I think that was the early motion we saw from the officials.
And it's not Lammers anymore. We now have Ben Leslie in at quarterback, a sophomore.
Leslie kind of showing you his cannon here, letting it rip. And yeah, there was an awful lot of contact there. Reed McIntyre, I believe 6'1" senior, is going to draw the flag, the laundry.
Low snap, jet sweep. It's handed off to Cosmic. Not much there. We have another flag that came in the backfield, the defensive backfield late.
And the back judge moves the flag. When
Personal foul, number 1 on the offense.
Is that against, sounds like against Galladay. He said number 1 for the offense.
Yeah, and I believe that's who the back judge was actually trying to get the attention of and talk to.
May have been like a block in the back or a blindside block. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was Galladay. And not a loss of down play, but still huge loss of yardage. 15 back.
Still first down.
So first and 25. Prep all the way back on their 20. Leslie on the screen. Finds Woodward for a short gain. Looks like they give him about 4.
Yeah, short gain, and I was watching the defensive backfield pre-snap, and there was just so much communication between those guys. You saw the motion, receiver coming across the field. Everyone was looking around, communicating with one another. And then another sound tackle made out on the edge after the short pass.
And Leslie just flipping it out to Cosmic, and he is met by Quentin Warren.
Yeah, Warren, one of those rush ends.
Yikes.
For the Westside Warriors, tracking down the play here.
That is 185, meaning 225. So, I mean, that's not, could have been a worse discrepancy, but I think the point is Warren is just a big, physical guy that you don't want to run into too often.
Yeah, 225, 6'3", another one of those Warriors that has that next level type of a frame.
And Leslie rolling out, finds Galladay. And there is room for Galladay to run. Still going. Finally taken down near the 30, but on 3rd and 19, the Junior Jays will continue the drive.
Boy, that was just a fantastic job by Ben Leslie. Buying time. He had a lead receiver there. He thought better of it, had to throw kind of across his body there, looking up Galladay, the number 1 offensive threat today for the Junior Jays. And you don't need to tell him about Yak's yard after catch. Makes the most of it.
42 yards on that one. Cosmic motions across. And Walker keeps the pile moving. About 7.
That's one of the better runs we've seen from Creighton Prep when they're trying to run the ball in the middle of the field between the tackles. Just really hasn't been much space for the Jays.
to Walker. It'll be close to a first down. Reminder that high school sports on NCN is presented by Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com.
Walker picks up a couple more yards.
Be a little short. Third and 1. Couple substitutions offensively here for the Junior Jays.
Galladay motions. There's that counter. We saw it earlier. That is Navarro. Give your fullback the ball and see what happens.
Navarro really makes his name on the defensive side, maybe one of the best interior linebackers in the state, but he's not afraid of some contact on the offensive side either. I like that counter look from this Creighton Prep offense. And if you need a yard, yeah, look up your fullback, number 45, Mike Navarro.
Got 7 there. Leslie extending the play, throws it out.
Good decision. Good decision there, just throwing it away, not trying to jam that ball into a bunch of traffic. You have a nice drive come together for you here. Don't lose it in an interception, especially on first down, right? Been impressed with Ben Leslie, the 6'2 sophomore entering the game in this opening drive of his.
And Coach Yonk said Lammers rather is the starter, but we have a couple of sophomores we like, and sometimes we'll mix them in. And we see why with Leslie here as the clock winds down in the third. This time a quick hitter to Cosmic. Quentin Warren was there first, then he's cleaned up.
See, and we talked about how Warren's a big dude, comes off the edge, but he can do so much more than that. Even though he's 6'3", 225, they got him out there in coverage and does a pretty darn good job. Breaks down, slows up the receiver just enough, allows the pursuit to get there.
That'll bring up 3rd and 12. Yeah, that's scary when you have a guy that size just running around in coverage.
Yeah, no thanks.
Look out, going up top. Galladay the target, coverage by Johnson. Yep.
And Eli did a really nice job allowing him to have that space, not running into the receiver, and just putting his hands up in the air, getting in the way, not making contact though. Then he does signal the incomplete pass to help the officials out there, let them know that that's
officials always appreciate help from others. What I've understood. Well, the clock winds down, and that'll do it for quarter number 3. Westside continuing to roll with this 35-point advantage. Number 3 Warriors. They have not cooled off since the break, and specifically Tay Tay Jenkins. 4 touchdowns for the junior as his team leads 45-10.
Farming is no 9 to 5, and working safe is a must. This planting or spraying season, look up and look out for power lines. Stay 20 feet away and use caution when folding or unfolding equipment, because they're counting on you to be in the stands, to be at the dinner table, to come home safe. Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need us.
Visit Wayne State College and you're likely to hear,
I got this.
From students pursuing their careers in nursing.
I got this.
Or in our business and industrial technology programs.
I got this.
Or in NCAA athletics.
You got this.
And especially at graduation.
I got this.
With 130 programs of study, manageable costs, and automatic scholarships for all first-time freshmen, you'll be saying,
I'm so doing this.
Get started at ExploreWayneStateCollege.com.
It's the best time of the year.
Welcome back. So Prep puts through, we'll call it a 36-yard field goal for McGarry. Get 3 more points on the board.
And that'll stop the running clock. So you've seen some positive notes here late for Creighton Prep as we open up the fourth.
McGarry. Well, now the fun part, if your Westside, or your Prep rather, is slow Westside down, which has been the tough part thus far. We'd like to remind you that this fourth quarter is brought to you in part thanks to Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com.
Yeah, just from the jump, just an impressive performance from Westside, to say the least.
So, let's say you're Coach Young. How do you stop Tay Tay Jenkins? What do you do right now?
Well, that's a good way. Kick away from him and squib it.
Yeah, that's a good start for special teams. Well.
Oh, no.
Wow. Okay, we're still going here. That is Bryson Williams. He's been making a lot of plays in a lot of different facets tonight. There's just athletes everywhere for both these teams.
Yeah, Bryson Williams has shown up offensively, defensively, making a couple really nice open field tackles in here. When he switched the hands with his ball from one side to the other, I knew he had to be at a line. He saw a crease in the coverage there, and boy, he was able to exploit it and break that tackle there at the end, get another 5, 6, 7 yards.
So Westside will start on the Prep 42. Warren motioning across. And Jenkins still somehow manages to get about 4 out of something that looked like nothing.
Well, we do have a flag on the play, and I think this one's going to be coming back. It just kind of felt like the timing was off from the get-go. And was that a hold? So they're going to move back 10.
See if we can spot it here. We'll make it 1st and 19. That instant replay brought to you by Meade Lumber and Beatrice Community Hospital. Warren throws that on his back foot.
Boy.
And finds Mo Purify the second.
And Purify does a fantastic job getting both feet in bounds, working that sideline. Bliss just didn't quite get there in time.
Yeah. It's like, how do you stop him?
Yeah.
I mean, if you decide to not give it to Jenkins, you have plays like that Westside seemingly can make without much difficulty. And then Warren lowers his shoulder.
Just fundamentally sound. I mean, going back to that last play there, the way Purify the second was able to work his way back to the ball, help his quarterback out. You know, and just understanding that the blitz is on. I'm going to have to get back. I'm going to have to cut this route off. Just a lot of very positive notes to draw from here tonight, if you're a Warrior fan.
So 3rd and 2 here for Westside. And there he goes.
Oh, boy.
He's still on his feet.
Oh, my.
Unbelievable.
Oh, my.
That's a 34-yarder, and what else can you say?
Oh, my goodness.
There's about 4 different highlights in this one highlight.
Look at that,
1,
how
2,
open.
3, 4. Man.
Stays in bounds, but look at the lane he had to run through at the start of that run. When the number 6 is going downhill, look out. And, yeah, a little strut. I think you earned that. Your 5th touchdown.
I think so.
You're allowed to strut your stuff a little bit in the end zone.
Just an unbelievable performance here tonight. I mean, Jenkins, we talked about how many touchdowns he had. 18. He had 20 total coming into tonight. So he has scored, doing my math quickly, 20, he scored 25% of his season touchdowns here tonight. 25%. Yeah, 4th of them.
There you go.
There we go. I'm good at math. The point is, he has a lot of touchdowns, and he's doing it against really good opposition, and Westside is rolling. 52-13 is your score here with 10:26 to go. We're back to a running clock when we return here on NCN.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere self-propelled windrower from Landmark Implement during their early order program. Hay harvest is a race against time. Order a new John Deere self-propelled windrower to harvest your hay quickly and efficiently while promoting quick dry down for high-quality hay. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year. Contact your local Landmark location for full details on a new self-propelled windrower and experience the Landmark difference.
Welcome back. Brandon Axman, Andy Klassen. It has been an action-packed evening. No shortage of highlights. And Tay Tay Jenkins just gave us another one.
Yeah, it's just the bad news for Creighton Prep fans. They're all one-sided, especially the big plays.
And not to just reiterate a point we've already covered, but 11 yards, Jenkins' first touchdown. Then he had a 41-yard rush. Then he had a 90-yard kick return. Then he had a 20-yard touchdown this half. And then most recently a 34-yarder where he broke 2 or 3 tackles, spun away from another person, goes up the sidelines. And again, he's a junior.
Yeah.
So he'll be back next year also, even though there's plenty of football still to play this season.
And do you think there's some collegiate coaching staffs that are maybe taking notice
of
some of these stats that they start to pile up? We get into the 7th, 8th game of the year. We mentioned he's only a junior. I think his mailbox is going to start filling up here.
That pass completed to Vincent Constantino.
Big bruising tight end, number 41, kind of a throwback. This is Junior J offense, and there's a flag on the field.
It'll be against Westside, whatever it was.
That's been the only bugaboo, right? If you're a Westside guy, as a Westside coach, you've had some penalties, and a lot of those penalties were after the play or sideline stuff. You've just been so dominant, it really hasn't mattered here tonight.
There's a big hit right at the line of scrimmage. Not much there.
And there really hasn't been much there all night. I've seen some of those reserves getting their shot coming into the game. Big number 52, Kerr Dew. He's a 6'3 senior, 240. Yeah, just come on. Get you in there. Oh my
Gonna play for a little bit.
He is in the center of your screen. Nose tackle.
Here we go on 2nd And then a low snap. Now we have Noah Gardner. So he's the other sophomore that Coach Yonk was referring to when he said we have a couple of sophomores we like.
That was a heck of a play. The way he was able to avoid the rush, keep his wits about him, and actually deliver a completed pass. Yeah, Mr. Garden. And he's got that frame, 6'2".
Man. All right. Then he finds Carney for the completion.
Yeah. And, I mean, there was a low snap. He scooped it up off the turf. That's impressive.
Another low snap. And this time too far out in front.
His buddy Jake Carney might be thanking him after the game there, because if he would have completed that, you had an outside linebacker screaming downhill. That would have been a heck of a collision. As it is, that's going to bring up a 4th and very long.
They have Johnson back to return this punt. And Walker's going to keep it. And he breaks through a couple of tackles. Just pure will and determination to keep the drive alive.
Okay. Well, Junior Jays aren't going to go away quietly, are they?
No, they're not.
You know, and that's an advantage that most teams don't get to have. When you have a power back with some moves and some speed like that, that's also your punter, and Angelo Walker. Go ahead and operate that fake punt every now and then.
Ball once again to Carney.
Noah Garden staying in the game here at quarterback, the 6'2 sophomore. Boy, and you see the potential, don't you? Creighton Prep.
One of those, like, you're never rebuilding, right? You're just reloading type of thing. You have players like that you're coaching up to be ready to take over once Lammers rather said and done after this year. But
and this is going to serve Garden and Leslie well moving forward, getting to play in a varsity game against Westside this early in their career, meaningful snaps.
And he was hammered there.
Yep.
And that's going to be a penalty.
You had penalties thrown by both the back judge and the referee, so it's take your pick if you're Creighton Prep.
Just as you say, it's going to be good for you to get in here and play Westside.
Yeah. Welcome to the game.
That was, who was that? Jacob Obermeyer, another sophomore. 6'3", 220. So he a little overzealous there.
Andrew Taggy's going to draw the whistle on the back end. There's the defensive back. Number 21, Brody Austin. We've called his name a couple of times. Got behind the defense.
Nearing 4 minutes to go. Be another passing situation. It's complete to Constantino. He's brought down near the 5.
Constantino getting involved here in the passing game. Late in the 4th. They're having some success with it. I think if you're a Junior J fan, you're saying, hey, where's that rollout to the tight end been? It's easy to say now that because that Westside defense, boy, they were bringing the pressure early on.
2nd and goal to go from the 8. And Carney gets to the edge and will take it in from 8 yards out.
Well blocked, set the edge. You mentioned Carney, he's got the jets, he's got the speed to get outside. Clear path, nothing but end zone in front of him.
And it looks like, no, for a second maybe Prep was going for 2, but it's the swinging gate.
Well, we did see a fake punt earlier in this drive.
Did. PAT's through. 52-20. Your score here in the fourth. We'll take another break. 3.5 to go. Westside in control.
On your way to the big game or heading home after the win, Speedy Mart is the ultimate team stop.
Stay alive! Stay alive! Stay alive! You're bound to stay alive at Speedy Mart.
Icy cold drinks? Check. Tasty snacks? Double check. Fast fuel and room for the whole crew? You know it.
Be aggressive! And make sure to go to Speedy Mart after the game.
Whether we're talking commercial or...
And so this is the story. Tay Tay Jenkins. 5 touchdowns for the Warriors. 4 of them rushing. You know, this was a 90-yard kick return. You had an 11-yarder, a 41-yarder, a 20-yarder, and here's his most recent, a 34-yard touchdown. Just an unbelievable performance by Jenkins. And Andy, sometimes we like to leave it as a surprise who's our player of the game. I just kind of think everyone who's watching understands who we're going to be talking to afterwards.
Yeah, he's been in the talk of the night for sure. I mean, that's the reason why he was the player we highlighted to look out for in the pregame, and boy, he is not disappointed.
Oh, dear. There's another nearly touchdown.
Taggy's made some plays tonight.
He has. I mean, we've said Taggy a bunch, Mo Purify, Williams, Warren, both Warrens, of course, Jenkins. Just guys everywhere that can hurt you with the ball in their hands.
Yeah, and, you know, we've been talking about the offense, and rightfully so. I mean, they hung 52 on what I was thinking might be the best defense in the state. But it's really been the Warrior defense taking the game to Creighton Prep. Yes, they had some plays go their way early on, but they've capitalized and have really held a good, powerful rushing offense in check here for pretty much the whole night.
That's Quentin Malone, his first carry tonight. 5'10", 190-pound backup running back as a junior. Also appears to have speed and a solid stiff arm.
Just a 190-pounder just coming in. I got some depth here at Omaha Westside once again.
Under 3 to play. It's back to Malone.
Well, much how Paul Lamanji was saying early in the season, that was kind of a wake-up call, and it might have been one of the best things that happened to him early in the season, dropping that game at home to Omaha Central. Much of the same has got to be said, or the same type of mindset for head coach Tim Yonk of Creighton Prep when he needs to preach to the junior Jays here. Is like, we got to use this as a learning tool here tonight.
Well, I think there was, some questions, and okay, it's West Side, it's Millard South, but then you lost to Central, and it's like, okay, well, is it just Millard South? Is West Side not in that same stratosphere as we thought?
Looked like it
but
tonight.
I think that maybe, that it could have just been an off night, and you sort of reassert that, hey, yes, South is way up there, but this team, if anybody is going to be able to challenge them, I think it's going to be West Side.
And they've had the body of work over the last, 6 seasons, 6 consecutive state championship appearances. And if they play like this, they're probably going to be making their 7th, and they're probably going to be challenging Millard South.
We mentioned our player of the game interview. It's going to be brought to you by Nebraska Orthopedic Center. At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they are your healing destination. So that player of the game interview is coming up shortly.
And, we already kind of let the cat out of the bag with Tay Tay's performance tonight. And he knew where the camera was, it felt like, throughout much of the game. We just didn't get good audio from him. Now we're going to get that audio.
That's what we need. You have to imagine if he knows where the cameras are pre-interview, he should have some pretty good sound bites. You're going to want to stay tuned for that post-game show. It's brought to you by Custom Sports, as it's victory formation now by Westside, and that will be the last snap. And a dominant performance here by the Warriors. As the clock ticks down, teams are out on the field to shake hands. 52-20 is your final. Warriors jump out early and never looked back. And they have answered any questions about their abilities after a minor slip-up against Omaha Central in Week 5. They put together a dominant performance over previously undefeated Creighton Prep, downing their rivals by 32. Don't go anywhere. Our post-game show is coming up next. We'll go over our top plays. We'll talk to Coach Lamonji and our Nebraska Orthopedic Center player of the game.
Lamel Plumbing is the place you call. Lamel provides 24-hour emergency service as well. Call them if you get in a tight spot. And as for their retail items, well, you got to check out some of their faucets, some of their kitchen items, and some of their bathroom items like their Onyx showers. And hey, say you got a digging job, you call Lamel Plumbing for that too. They've added a full-time crew for you, doing backhoe, trenching, and sewer work. Take that digging job off your list and have Lamel do it for you. That's Lamel Plumbing in Beatrice, now at their new location on North 7th Street in Beatrice.
The postgame show is brought to you by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports. Check them out at CustomSportsCode.com.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The yellow jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people. And we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
There with me in the moment.
It is one of the best things I do every week.
Anyone can be a mentor. It comes back to you tenfold.
She got to meet me, you know, I'm pretty cool.
I'm glad I have a mentor.
People actually care about me.
What you're going to receive is way more than you're going to give. Once you get involved in teammates, you're kind of hooked.
It's the absolute best.
It gives me goosebumps right now talking about it.
That says it all. Be a mentor.
Join the team.
Be a mentor.
20 kids, 1 SUV, and 1 mission. Snacks. Speedy Mart is where the snack squad rolls deep. Whether it's before the first pitch or after the final out, we've got drinks, treats, and all the fuel to keep your team going strong. Speedy Mart convenience stores. Quick, convenient, and always ready when the team rolls in. Speedy Mart. Snack strong, play strong.
Other companies have the revolving door. Every time we come into Schaefer's, it's always the same people. The big thing to me is they know you by name. They know who you are, which makes a person like myself feel just warm and welcome here. And that's what's great about Schaefer's.
Schaefer's has the essential Whirlpool appliances you need, from refrigerators and air fry ranges to laundry pairs to keep your clothes clean and sanitized at everyday low prices. At Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances.
When you're ready to work, they're ready to work. Because those lawnmowers and gardening tools have new batteries from Action Battery. Skip working on those warm weather projects with Action Battery.
Action Batteries. It all starts with us.
It's time to get your motor running with Action Batteries. Motorcycles, boats, golf carts, sports cars. Get ready and hit the road running. At Action Batteries, it all starts with us.
From the heart of Nebraska to across the state, RMV Construction is building more than just structures. We're building trust. RMV Construction has grown from humble beginnings to become a trusted name across central Nebraska and beyond. With unmatched craftsmanship, cutting-edge innovation, and an unwavering commitment to customer satisfaction, we deliver projects on time, on budget, and above expectations. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction in Kearney and Lincoln. Let's build your vision together.
Welcome back to Westside High School. Joined by player of the game, Tay Tay Jenkins, 13 carries, 172 yards, 5 touchdowns. You guys jumped on from the start. What led to that impressive performance over your rival, Creighton Prep?
Just like our work and our preparation for this week, we just did it hard. And then, you know, teams like to talk when it's rivalries online. And so, yeah, that fired us up, like I said last week, with Elkhorn South. So, yeah, that's really what it was.
Is that when it started, right after the game wrapped up last week? Because that's what head coach Paul Lamangi told us during the pregame is Monday morning when you guys were in the weight room, he could tell you guys were dialed in on a whole nother level.
Yeah, it wasn't much talking like it normally was when back at the Central week. So, yeah, I could tell that we just locked in from here on out. So, yeah.
You did on a couple different fronts here. You also had a heck of a game on the special teams unit. Take me back to that 90-yard touchdown return. What were you seeing and what was going through your mind?
The blockers, just setting up blocks, me jogging the first 5 yards, and then Bryson with a pancake, and then I just seen the seam up the middle. Taggy, Andrew Taggy blocked the kicker. So yeah, we just doing our roll, our 111. So that's really what it is.
Dropping some names there, and rightfully so. You had a lot of guys making plays alongside you. There was a couple of highlights where huge holes were opened up for you at the line of scrimmage, and you weren't touched till 7 or 8 yards down the line. What is that like, running behind a dominant offensive line, dominant performance here tonight?
It's fun. I love it. Most teams don't get it like that, and most teams don't got the brotherhood for us to have the connection for us to open up for them to open up the holes for me to run through. So that's really what it is. And the boards, they're really close, so it gets a lot of chemistry.
What do you guys got to continue to do to wrap up this season the way you guys would like? More performances like this here tonight?
Our preparation, our physicality, and our toughness.
Tay Tay, thank you for your time. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All righty, let's bring in the coach of the game, getting caught up there by some post-game festivities. We got you now, though.
Yep.
Impressive performance. What's your first kind of takeaway?
Just proud of the guys. I mean, they put a lot of hard work in this week, a lot of preparation, and they wanted to kind of reclaim their home turf tonight. And I'm really proud of how they played with great effort and toughness, and, it was a good victory for us.
You hear a lot of coaches talk about it's pivotal to get off to a good start, especially in a game like this, so much on the line, rivalry game. You guys scored 3 plays into the game, and you were the ones kicking off.
Yeah, I mean, we were a little surprised that they won the toss and they chose to be on offense. So, our kickoff return team was ready, and our kickoff team was ready to go, and we had a good play, and yeah, we like to jump on teams as quick as we can, and then we got to just make sure we keep that going as best we can, and not take the pressure off. And I think our guys played a complete 48 minutes tonight.
Earlier in the week, you told us, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. You like to see that progress from week to week. What have you been most impressed with your boys from the start of the season up to this point?
They just believe in the culture that we have here, and a big part of the culture is improvement. We want to try to get better every day, and then we want to try to get better every week, and I think we've done that, and they buy into that. They believe in that. Tomorrow when we watch film, we're going to emphasize more of the things we got to get better at than what we did well, and hopefully next week we'll play better than we did this week. So that's kind of what our plan is, and we always want to try to play our best football in late October and early November, and really maximize our efforts.
Tell me a little bit about the third phase of the game, special teams. That really set things up for you guys, especially early on. Talked about that very first play of the game, but you also had a touchdown return, 90-yarder.
Yeah, so we put a lot of time into our special teams. I mean, we have our own special teams coordinator, Mike Jernigan, does a great job. We put, our best players on special teams. We put a lot of time during the week. We practice it every day. We have a segment, that's, anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes that we devote to special teams, and we make it excited for our guys. We reward them, for doing a job well done, for reaching goals, and we expect them to win that phase every week. And, they seem to be doing that of late. So we need to continue ramping that up.
Well, it's late in the season now. You pick up a huge victory like this at home. How does this set you guys up for the rest of the season?
Yeah, this was a big one with seeding, and, they're a good football team. So we got one more regular season to go, and, that'll be the biggest game on our schedule. And then, it's on to the tournament where you take it one game at a time and just try to, move on. So we got a lot of work to do until then, but, we're going to maintain our focus and keep rocking it.
Coach, thank you for your time. Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Brandon, let's send it back up to you in the booth to wrap this one up.
Thank you, Andy. Appreciate Coach Lamongi sharing his time with us, and also congrats to Tay Tay Jenkins, Nebraska Orthopedic Center Player of the Game. At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they are your healing destination. Well, let's jump right in to our top plays to see how we got to this score, 52-20 Westside. One of the most historic rivalries in the entire state of Nebraska, and specifically the Metro as well. Westside hosting Creighton Prep, the Warriors. Number 3, Prep number 2. Prep undefeated. Westside with just one loss a couple weeks ago to Central. Their only loss of the season, and the last time they were on their home field is when they fell to the Eagles. So they were trying to reclaim home turf. Well, this was a good way to do it. Game starts out kicking off to Prep, and they fumble on the kickoff. And Tay Tay Jenkins, we'll be saying his name quite a bit, he recovers and sets up the Warriors in a very good position early on. In fact, 2 plays later, after that fumble recovery, Tay Tay Jenkins takes it into the end zone. 11 yards, his second carry, and less than 40 seconds into the game, Westside's leading 7-0. It was a sign of good things to come early on. Going back to Tay Tay Jenkins, 49 yards. It looked like he was going to go all the way to the house, but credit Nico Cosmic for the touchdown-saving tackle, although it would not stop Westside from scoring a touchdown on this drive. A few plays later, Jenkins gets the ball, or they fake it rather to Jenkins, and it sets up a pass from Braylon Warren to Andrew Teggy. 6-yard score, 14-0. Westside, 4:19 to go in the first quarter. Back to the ground in Tay Tay Jenkins and him getting the ball. He takes this one all the way. There's no touchdown saving tackle. Jenkins, 41 yards. That is his second touchdown, and it's 21-0 Westside. Still in the first quarter, the Warriors are running away with it. We head to the second, 21-0 Westside still up. Tay Tay Jenkins, kick return specialist, we found out. 90 yards, pretty much in a straight line. He's going straight to our camera, and more importantly, the end zone. It's 28-3 Westside after Tay Tay Jenkins takes that one to the house. That came on the heels of a 25-yard field goal by Rory McGarry that put Prep on the board, but again, the instant response by Westside makes it 28-3. But Prep, the next time they get the ball after that Jenkins kick return, Angela Walker caps off the drive for the Junior Jays with a 2-yard punch-in. So it's 28-10. Junior Jays somewhat in striking distance. It would be the closest they would get all night. Unfortunately for them, right before the break, Braylon Warren takes it in from 6 yards out. It's 35-10 as we head to halftime. And coming out into the third, this is a familiar thing that we saw in the first half. Jenkins getting the ball. Jenkins then shortly thereafter finding the end zone. 20-yard touchdown for Jenkins. That is touchdown number 4 for the junior. He's getting congratulated by the student section. Then we have a 45-yard field goal kicked in by Everett Scherzlizin. I want to make sure I get that right. 45-13, and then Westside just continuing to give the ball to Jenkins, and Jenkins refusing to go down. Unbelievable effort by the young man. This is a 34-yarder. That is touchdown number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Jenkins. It's 52-13. Prep would get in the end zone one more time before the game wrapped up. A pitch here to Jake Carney, who scores from 8 yards out. Prep playing for pride, but it's all Westside in this one. The Warriors, it was a running clock for a majority of the second half, something that we didn't expect, most people didn't expect, but Westside has reasserted itself as a force to be reckoned with this dominant victory over their rivals and handing Prep their first loss of the season. 52-20 is your final as Westside improves to 7-1.